Here are the top stories of the news. IGP Disu cautions against profiling, says terrorism has no ethnicity nor religion. 83 Nigerian returnees have from South Africa arrived in Lagos following wave of xenophobic attacks. On the foreign scene, Iran dismissed Trump's economic punishment plan as a continuation of failed policies. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 12 with Western Spring Television. My name is Olufemi Olugbe. The Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, has cautioned against ethnic or religious profiling, saying criminality has no ethnicity and terrorism has no religion. The police chief gave the charge while delivering the opening address at the Northwest Security Summit in Zamfara State on Wednesday, where he called for an intelligence-led, community-supported and coordinated regional response to insecurity. He urged stakeholders to focus on identifying, isolating, and bringing criminal networks, their sponsors, arms suppliers, informants, and facilitators to justice, irrespective of background or affiliation. The summit, hosted by the Zamfara State government, brought together governors, traditional rulers, development partners, security chiefs, civil society representatives, and other key regional stakeholders to deliberate on threats confronting the region. In his address, the police boss stressed that no security agency, government, or institution can secure the Northwest alone, calling for stronger intelligence sharing, interstate cooperation, a border security, community engagement, and effective early warning mechanism. Into politics, Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has announced the establishment of a 500 million naira endowment fund for victims of pre-election violence in the state. Adeleke announced on Wednesday while receiving his certificate of return from the Independent National Electoral Commission following his re-election. According to the governor's special assistant on digital media, Olalikon Badmus, the fund was established by the Osun State government in honor of victims of the violence recorded before the governorship election. The governor also announced scholarships for victims of the election violence that will be funded by the Adeleke family. Adeleke also appealed for unity among residents following the poll, assuring those who voted for him and those who supported other candidates that he remains the governor of the entire state. Meanwhile, suspected thugs on Wednesday attacked the convoy of the governor shortly after he paid the Ataoja of Osogbo Obajimo Yetsinji a visit at his palace, triggering an exchange of gunfire with the governor's security. The shooting, which lasted for about 12 to 15 minutes, occurred shortly after Adeleke left the palace hall where he had met with the monarch.
I'd like to seize this opportunity to thank the INEC. Please, I want you to give INEC a big round of applause. Thank you. The security operatives, they did their best, but I wish they could do more. I have to seize this opportunity to thank CP election. You are a good man. You are a good man. The civil defense, they tried. Give them a clap for them. Well, we have gotten, come here, come on. You are my deputy. We did it, didn't we? We did it, right? Right. So, now, as the governor-elect, and of course the current governor, I've told you, I don't told you before, I am the governor of all. Whatever that has happened in the past, let it be bygone. Because I have a fear of God. All the people that offended me, I forgive them. You know, what else do I want? The good Lord has fought my battle. And we have overcome. Osun State has overcome. I brought the light to Osun State. And I drove darkness out of Osun State. Osun State will never see darkness again. We will keep moving forward. Nobody will turn us around again. I'm seeing the opportunity that all my other contestants, they should please come over. Let's join hands together and let's move Osun State forward. I'm telling you that all those people that lost their life, I'm promising, the Adeleke family is promising to take their, not government money now. God has blessed us, and we're going to bless all the people that lost their life, their children. We be giving scholarship to Adeleke High School and Adeleke University, just to compensate them. And finally, Mr. President, Jagaban, I really appreciate you, Mr. President, for making democracy to stay in Nigeria.
Governor Adeleke there. Moving on, ahead of the local government elections across the 13 local government areas of Osun State are scheduled to be held on Saturday. The State Police Command has commenced the deployment of security personnel to polling stations and key tactical positions statewide. The security measures were detailed in an official press statement released by the command's public relations officer, Joshua Ukandu. Ukandu said under the direction of the Commissioner of Police, Hope Okafo, the command is coordinating joint operations with sister security agencies, noting that the goal is to establish robust security coverage to safeguard eligible voters as they exercise their franchise. To maintain public order during the exercise, the command also announced a total restriction of vehicular and human movement across the state on election day, effective from 7 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. The police commissioner cautioned political figures, party stalwarts, and supporters against using inflammatory language or engaging in provocative actions capable of heating the polity or jeopardizing the electoral process. Moving on, 83 Nigerian returnees from South Africa have arrived in Lagos following the wave of xenophobic attacks targeting mainly African migrants. In a statement on Wednesday night, the spokesman of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimebi Bienfa, said they arrived at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, aboard a South African Airways flight from Johannesburg. The returnees were accompanied by 2 officials from the Consulate General of Nigeria in Johannesburg, South Africa. Bienfa reiterated that the repatriation exercise of the latest batch of returnees was facilitated through the procurement of flight tickets by private individuals. Upon arrival, the returnees were received by the Director African Affairs Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Haruna Aligombe. He added that they were handed over to the relevant government agencies for necessary documentation and profiling ahead of their reunification with their families. In another development, President Bola Tinubu has appointed Abel Olumuyiwa Enitan as the new head of the civil service of the Federation, effective August 27. The appointment was announced on Wednesday by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. Enitan will succeed Didi Esther Walson-Jack, who is due to retire from the Federal Civil Service after attaining the statutory retirement age of 60. A native of Osun State, Enitan is currently the Permanent Secretary in the Federal Ministry of Education and is the most senior Permanent Secretary in the Federal Civil Service. He has spent 7 years and 7 months as a Permanent Secretary, serving as the Ministry of Police Affairs, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, and the Office of the Vice President. President Tinubu commended Walson-Jack for her distinguished service to the country, particularly the reforms, innovations, and impact recorded in the civil service during her tenure. Elsewhere, the Federal Executive Council (FEC) has approved the amendment of the National Mental Health Act to allow for the decriminalization of attempted suicide in Nigeria. The Minister of Health and Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Pate, stated these after the meeting on Wednesday. He noted that suicide is a major public health concern in the country, with the World Health Organization estimating more than 7,000 deaths annually, with an estimated 300,000 suicide attempts across the country each year. It disclosed that despite a significant burden, attempted suicide remains criminalized under the colonial era laws, with the Criminal Code Act Section 327 and the Penal Code Section 231 treating individuals experiencing psychological distress as offenders rather than persons in need of care. This legal position, he noted, discourages help-seeking behaviors and also conflicts with the National Mental Health Act 2021, which provides for supportive care, protection, and treatment for individuals at risk of self-harm. You're watching Spring News at 12 with Western Spring Television. We will be right back after this break.